Gotcha.
Hilltown Firewood there in Huntington.
Yeah.
I was doing some work across the road here for the guys, and they're wanting their driveway graded out a little bit.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that's something I can bring a machine up here.
I can do that.
Or I thought, hey, you have a machine here.
Right.
So I put new gravel on it for them a year ago.
Yeah.
But it's starting to run down their wheel tracks, run down the center. So it just needs, I think, half an hour, just essentially. But what would you charge for something like this?
Half hour worth of work?
Yeah.
$200.
Okay. If you want to do it, that'd be awesome. Because otherwise I can't drag a machine up here for $200.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Is that for them or for you?
I'm paying for it because I told them I'd stand behind the order and then if I watch the house. Anyway, but I'm over here. I'm gonna probably be over here for half an hour. I'm trying to pick up a lid that doesn't run. So. Anyway, if you come over at some point in the next half hour, I'll show you what the deal is.
Okay.
So that'll be awesome. I don't got any cash on me, but I can buy you a check.
Yeah, I'm not worried.
I'll get you some sometime.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Yep.
Alright, so we got this whole thing demoed. Just got a little bit of cleanup work to do, some stuff on the outside. Try to keep it all contained on this floor here, but some of it did spill over, especially back here. But it ain't too big of a deal. We'll get it cleaned up back here, and then we'll sweep this all off. Those piers are coming out now, so that's good. And then we'll pick up our metal, put in our metal pile. Get a dumpster in here, haul off the metal, and then that'll pretty much be it. We might need a small dumpster to pick up the smaller stuff depending what's here, but I'd like to kind of fit it on what's here already. So but I don't know if you guys saw that. There's a house over yonder, and one of the Mennonites is up there doing something, and he said that he needed my help with something real quick. I guess he did a drive over there, and sounds like the tires to the cars coming in and out wore into the driveway, and there's now the water's finding that path and cutting the driveway a little bit. So he has a machine, but he said, you know, you have one here already, so what would it be to have you come over and do this for me instead of him bringing his machine up here. So we're gonna go take a look at that right now. Bring you guys along with me. I was gonna walk up there, but I figured, screw it. Let's bring the machine up with us and just get it done right now. So we'll plug you guys in the skid steer here and get you guys some action. Alright, I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
that depth?
Yeah, I think it's good. I just want the water to get over in the edge here.
Yeah.
It's good. So,
Alright,
okay.
cool.
I mean, I'm sure you've graded driveways, haven't you?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna put the yellow chip, so I'm gonna strap down, then I'm gonna back up here in the yard and be out of your way.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Yep, you're welcome. What's going on, everybody? So my camera got too hot after that last clip and died, or shut off, but we got this job done for the Mennonite here. A little bit of driveway work. Cut this swale a little deeper here. I'm gonna kick this over. That might not be bad, it'll just help hold the water. We'll cut that deeper. Readjust the driveway. It was kicked this way a little bit, so we re-kicked it this way to go into the swale. Of course, that thing I was trying to avoid, and I ended up hitting it, but thankfully I didn't break the stand as I just knocked it over. And let me tell you, that barrel's heavy. It's full of sand for the winter. You can see right there, we bermed that, so the water's not rushing down the driveway. It'll hit that and hopefully go off into the woods here. But a little bit of a berm right there. I'm not getting too crazy with it. It's not too bad for a machine. And then we recut some stuff up here. We recut that channel right there. A little deeper. Not too bad. Quick half hour worth of work. Now back to the job site, getting that cleaned up. There it is, going back down. Yeah, you can see this is really kicked this way. I like that. I like the way that is. It's a skid steer. But yeah, that's done. Now we are right there through the woods. Go right there and probably start sweeping up that concrete pad, picking up the stuff around the outside, and get in the dumpster, and then tomorrow I'll get that metal out of here and do a grade around the place, clean everything up one last time, and that's pretty much it. So I'll catch you guys over there. What's going on, you guys? We are back here on the demo job. This is day, I don't know, we lost a few days because of dumpster availability, but I think this is the 4th or 5th day here. As you can see, we got the entire building down, swept up, and cleaned up. The only thing left is the metal right there and there. Just gonna go up in this dumpster right here. But yeah, this is it. She's all done. So phase 2 is pretty much wrapped up. We are going to leave, I think I said this before, but we're gonna leave this pad in place, remove these piers, dig around the building, and put a footing and frost wall in. That way, that's what the architect wanted. That's what the architect, builder, and homeowner are gonna do. So that's the plan. Yeah, I mean, other than that, this is pretty much done. Like I said, this is phase 2, and we'll be getting phase 3 very shortly here. That machine and that machine are pretty much staying up here for the most part, until we're ready for phase 3. Might as well. I mean, phase 3 is hopefully not too far down the line here. The only thing we're waiting on is approval from the building inspector on the building plan. So once we hear back from that, we get approved, we're good to go ahead to go start digging this foundation. Pretty sure the concrete guy's scheduled with the GC. Not too sure where that's at though. But even then, it's not a huge deal. And then we'll start building the house here very shortly. So hoping to get this pretty much done and wrapped up as far as the house portion goes, my end of it, the next month or so. And then like I said before, we get the septic coming in here. There'll be a break between that and the framing and stuff, because they have to frame it, sheathe it, side it, get done with all the outside work for the most part, and then I can go ahead and do the septic, you know, go against the building, put the septic tank in, and then put the septic leach field down yonder, down that hill over there. yeah, I know they're still ironing out a very few details on a couple subs as far as like what they need from me and just getting everyone on the same page. But yeah, this is a cool one to do. Pretty happy with it. I think the demo came out good, better than I expected, so that's always a plus. Yeah, so like I said, we gotta load up the last bit of this metal into that dumpster, and that's it. There's a big pipe right there. It's right in the middle of it. It's got bolts holding it together. It was used as like a wood stove stack, I believe. So worst case scenario, I cut it. I have the metal blade on my partner saw, or my concrete saw on there, so I can always cut it. But I'm hoping, if I'm lucky, I can unbolt it and just unbolt the two halves, because I really don't feel like cutting that thing in half. That thing is pretty thick and meaty. I wish I had a use for this, because it's actually a pretty good piece of pipe here, but unfortunately I don't need it for anything. I mean, this thing's huge. Look how thick this is. Humongous. I mean, this thing, and it goes all the way over there. But yeah, a little bit of contamination in the metal here, but that's just, it is what it is. Yeah, so we'll finish this up together, guys. Ooh, bug in my ear. We'll finish this up together and get out of here, and then on to the next. I am not Alright, so I have my impact in my truck, but none of the sockets I have in my truck are big enough for these. I think the biggest one I have is like an inch and 1/16. But I do have open and box ends that are big enough. So we got one off already. See if the rest of these come off. So far, so good. Only looks like 2 more. I feel like an iron worker. Jeez, 2 separate pieces. Nice. Alright, so we got all the metal out of here. Equipment stage there for digging the foundation. That's all gone. It's all up in this dumpster. And yeah, that's the final product. This is all done. Yeah, they're bringing some fill along this side back here. That was weird, my camera just cut off, but we're gonna have to bring in some fill back here once we get a grate established. And bring that up. Put the tank's going right there. Gonna run out. Leach field's down that way. But yeah, this is it. It's done. It's gonna get some grade stakes put in the ground. Caution tape run around this whole place. And yeah, that's it. So closing off this job. That's stage 2 complete, or step 2 complete, or phase 2 complete, I should say. And we'll be starting phase 3 at some point. Here's the dumpster. Oops, almost dropped you guys. It's a dumpster full of metal. Nice. There's that big pipe. Got that in there nice and easy. Happy about that. But yeah, that's it. So see you guys on the next one.